Hey everyone, it's Amy here and welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be another week of Shop My Stash where you guys come along with me and go throughout my makeup collection and pick out what makeup I'm going to be using this week. So if you want to see what makeup I selected to use on my face this week, then go ahead and keep on watching. So I figured this week I would start off with picking out my items from Sample Roulette. That way I know what items not to pick out in my drawers. So I'm going to go ahead and try this primer right here. This is the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. So I'm going to try this new primer this week, and then let's see, I know I've been trying lots of different mascaras, so I'm going to try another mascara somewhere that's in here once I find it. In the meantime, I will pick this one up because I know I'm getting my new Too Faced palettes sometime this week in the mail, so I'm going to be trying those out. So I just want to try something simple for the eyes instead of another palette since I'll be trying those once they arrive. So I'm going to try the Mercier Caviar stick that I got recently, and this is in the shade Rose Gold. So this will just be a really easy eye look to do, a cream shadow stick. And then for the mascara, here's the one I'm looking for. This is the one I'm going to try. This is the Balm, the Mad Lash Black Mascara. So I'm going to keep the trend going and try out a new mascara this week. So this is the one that I'm going to try out. So now let's go ahead and shop our stash. So normally in this first drawer right here we have our primers, but as you guys saw, I'm going to try that Cover FX one, so we don't need anything out of here. So for this week's foundation, I'm going to try a new stick, and this is another one that I had picked up during the Sephora VIB sale, and this is the Lancôme Ultra Wear Makeup Stick, and I have the shade 210 Buff, so this is going to be my foundation for the week. Moving on to the next drawer, which is blushes. Now that it's like really perfect fall weather, I'm feeling something kind of rosy and purpley, so I have these two in mind. This is one of the Milani Rose blushes, really pretty. This is in the shade 8, which is Tea Rose. And this is just a really perfect light pinky mauve blush. I'm going to pick that one, but I'm also feeling kind of a purpley shade as well, so I'm going to pick this one. This is the NYX Ombre blush in the shade Mauve Me, which is perfect for fall. Like, look at this shade. Isn't it gorgeous? It's an ombre of pink to purple. I love it. So those are going to be the two blushes I use this week. So as far as bronzers go, I feel like picking something that's super easy to use. So I'm going to pick out my Makeup Forever Pro Fusion Bronzer, and I'm in the shade, let's see, 20M. So here's what it looks like. I love this. This is such a really easy, pretty bronzer to do a nice glowy look. So that's the bronzer I'm going to use this week. Then in this drawer, normally we have brow products, mascara, and eye primers, but I don't really need an eye primer this week since I'm using that Caviar stick. I think it should be fine by itself. I'll use concealer as kind of my primer anyways. And then I probably am not going to do anything with my brows, and we already picked out the mascara for this week, so nothing really needs to come out of this drawer. Moving on to this drawer, which is the powders. You guys know I love my Flower Beauty powder, but this is in the shade L01, so I had picked up online the True Translucent shade, which is, let's see, MM1 for translucent, so I'm going to give this a try this week. I've used it once, and it is definitely really, really interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it, so we're going to use this week as my setting powder and baking powder. Moving on to the next drawer, which is my concealers. I am going to use a new one I had picked up recently as well. And this is the Lancôme Waterproof Concealer, and this is supposed to be full coverage, and I picked up the shade 210 Buff to match the foundation. So this is the concealer. Super excited about it. It felt really nice in the store, so going to give it a try with the matching foundation. And then the last drawer that we have is highlighters, since I don't need to pick out an eyeshadow palette this week, since I'm going to be trying out the new Too Faced ones later this week when they come in the mail, and I'm going to use that Caviar stick in the meantime. So this last drawer, the only thing I need to pick is a highlighter, and so I don't need a highlighter that includes a blush or anything, even though I would love to use this. I don't need anything like that right now. But I'm feeling something just like really pretty and light and just really effortless. So I'm thinking I have not used this in forever, and this is my Benefit Dandelion Shy Beam. This is perfect for just a really little glow within kind of look. So I'm going to use this as my highlighter. Then in this last drawer, I still have some lip products that I've been trying out. I want to try this out, but I don't want to wear this all week, so this might be something I use more on the weekend. But I had picked up the Huda Beauty Lip Contour Set, and this was in the shade Trophy Wife and Muse. So this is kind of a purpley nude shade. So I don't want to use this for work, but I'll probably use it on the weekend. And since my makeup this week is pretty like effortless and just really simple, I'll go ahead and use this. I guess it's just kind of a Lancôme week. This is the Lancôme Little Duo Sit I had picked up from the sale as well. That comes with the nude lip liner and the cake shaker as well. So that's what I'll use kind of on the daily basis for at work. So those are all the items that I'm going to be using for Shop My Stash this week. All in here. It's like a light little perfect week. So these are all the items right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Shop My Stash and getting to shop my stash with me and see what makeup products that I'm going to be using this week. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned to all my upcoming videos, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!